Yo, Hoboken Condor, the Loft up in West New York. Hurts me when I see a nigga starving. Get an extra fork. Parkay deep in the Bahamas. That's my next resort. The moose ain't crazy, but the truck come with extra horse. We going food shopping while we getting fly for. White gold panther head, diamonds on the eyeball. Couldn't use the stove, I had to microwave the hot dog. Before I cop a thirsty bitch a purse, I'm hitting moms off. Stomping on the roaches, you would've thought we was crip walking. Only sold the sour, the older niggas was brick tossing. Had to get my money up, being broke left the kid nauseous. Left arm dangling out the coop with the wrist frosted. White tee with the chains, no need to overdo it. I wasn't always that nigga, I had to go and prove it. Only had enough to cop Nordica, I was going through it. Now we sacks fifthing and flooding the streets with potent music.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's Dave Parkay, everybody. Welcome to E Double Talk on E Boogie Films. Thank y'all for joining us and tuning in. Well, thank you for coming on my show again.
No problem, anytime for you, anytime.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You know, you was on my show, The Boss Lady Chronicles, and now I'm doing E Boogie Talks and E Double Talks, actually. And my name is Erica Williams, and they call me E Double, and I love to talk, so that's why I decided to name my new show E Double Talk. But tell me what's been going on with you since the last time I saw you, which was around the time of the fundraiser.
Yeah, yeah. Just been working on my EP. I got a big project coming up. It's called Achieving While Bleeding. This is basically gonna be my first major project with all original music. You know, I got buzzing with my mixtapes. I dropped a mixtape a couple years ago called Hoop Dreams Deflated. That was my first mixtape ever. And you know, the city loved it. They wanted another tape. That's when I gave them another tape called Ghost of Khan Hans. And that's what pretty much like put me to another level. It drew the attention of a couple of mainstream artists.
Okay.
So, you know, everybody just wanted to see what I can do on a professional level as far as original music and being on bigger platforms. So this is gonna be the first project that's gonna be on big platforms like Apple Music, Tidal, you know, etc. So that's what I've been working on lately.
Okay, that's good to hear. So the other day, Cardi and Offset, or last night I think it was, they had to kind of translate their song for the mainstream audience
Okay.
who does do not understand the lingo and the way that we talk.
Yeah.
So could you tell everybody what you were just talking about? If you put it, if you were right now an English teacher,
Mm-hmm.
or you know a rap historian, or somebody in college explaining what hip hop is like, how could you describe what you were just talking about?
Um, I would just say hip hop is just another form of art. It's a way to express yourself, express what you're feeling, express what you've been through. Basically, painting a picture with words. It's just in another form. So I feel like hip hop shouldn't have any filter. However you feel, that's the type of music you should make. That's why there's so many different lanes in music and hip hop. You know, you got street rappers, you got backpack rappers, and, you know, now you got Cardi B. You know, she changed the game a little bit. You know, she got a lot of females to actually open up and show their true colors and show what they really, you know, stuff like that. So,
So then you don't have a problem with old school rap.
oh no, I love old school rap. Actually, people tell me that I remind them of how hip hop used to be, like as far as like the early '90s.
Okay,
I
because you
mean, well, not the early '90s, kind of like you know the '90s period, early 2000s.
okay.
I give that kind of vibe with my music. I'm
So
not really a
what
big fan.
artists were out at that time?
Well, you had Nas,
Okay.
you had Biggie, then you had Jay Z, then you know you had Jada Kiss, Styles
Mhm.
P,
Mhm.
you had 50 Cent, Fabulous, you know artists like that. Ja Rule, you know he was hot for a while. He had a real good run, and now I
Right.
feel like that's when music was at its best. You know, it was more organic. There was more substance, more lyrical content. You know, that's why I'm kind of trapped in that era. I'm not really feeling like the. I'm not hating on the new school rappers. You know, they
Right.
doing their thing, they getting their money, and I respect it. But as far as me personally, I'd rather listen to that old school vibe.
Okay.
'Cause that's
So what has been lost? With the new music, what is lost?
Oh, definitely the substance. People not talking about nothing no more. It's all about turn up, get a good beat, had a club rocking, people twerking and all that. It's really no substance. And back in the day, like the era I was talking about, New York had it on Smash.
Right.
But now the South got it on Smash, and that's the type of music they make in the South. So I'm not hating on it, but I come from an era where Blueprint, Illmatic, Get Rich or Die Trying, like that's the era I grew up in. So that music is just installed in me.
Okay, but I like the fact that you're saying there are different rap rap songs, or
Yeah,
type of rap artists, right?
yeah,
You said backpack, you know. So it's important for us to appreciate whether we like it or not.
of
That it
course.
should not be one cookie cutter type of music because if that's the case, everybody's gonna sound the same, and nobody will stand out.
That's
And
true. That's true. That's true.
music, like you said, is art. So everybody's bringing in their experiences and what they've been through, their different twist on it. So
Right.
what would you say? I mean, and even with now with twerking, like you said, you
Mm,
know, without the substance, we see the effect that it has had on our women. Because I mean, the only song I could really think of off the top of my head that was very degrading back then was "Put It in Your Mouth,"
mm-hmm.
Akinelli.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
whether you
yeah,
like the song or not, you could dance to it at home, but we wouldn't really. I wouldn't really dance to it in the club. Like I
yeah.
would get off the dance floor at that time. But now it's like twerking has taken over, and women are very free. They're free to
Yeah,
do what they want to do with no type of, sometimes no respect for themselves.
yeah. They're a little too free.
Yeah,
That's the
so
problem.
I think it's hard when women. We always say men don't know how to treat us, but then we're out here portraying ourselves in a certain way, and then we expect guys to respect us. So you in that I mean you come from that era, but you still in the present.
It's a
So
fact.
what do you think about these girls that are doing this cucumber challenge to show how good they suck dick?
I mean, they disrespecting themselves, and it's sad because the problem is, just like you said, we in a generation where girls is a little too free, and we also in a monkey see, monkey do generation,
Like
and,
this old age app that
we in
everybody's
a monkey
attaching.
see, monkey do generation. So
Mm-hmm.
you got girls like you don't see no Beyonces no more. You know what I'm saying? You got Cardi B's. Not to knock her,
Mm-hmm.
but we all know how she came up. We seen it on camera. And the young girls, they see that and they see her reach this high level of success. So they feel like, oh shit, maybe if I shake my ass, maybe if I act like a freak 24/7, I can reach the success she reached. So now it's like a domino effect. You got people like Cardi B, you got Nicki Minaj, people that promote sex appeal, freaky stuff, and then the young girls they follow that. So that's why you see a whole bunch of freaky stuff.
Little girls too.
Yeah,
Little girls. Young girls
yeah. So
doing it.
you see a lot of young girls just monkey see, monkey do. Now they on Instagram making fools out of themselves, showing no morals, not understanding like, yo, yeah, she made that money and all that, but that's not how the typical lady should act, especially in public.
Especially if she has a daughter herself. Because, she has to realize what she's showing her own child. But, it is like kind of it's a double standard in a way
Yeah,
because all y'all guys are liking these videos. All these views are up. So
it's
I
a
mean,
fact.
please explain that. Like, and I'm not saying. I mean, we. I'm sure it looks good to y'all, and I'm sure it may arouse you. I mean, you know what I'm saying. When you at home and you by yourself watching it, you might like it. But you know, how can we tell these girls that's not what you're doing when that's giving them the attention that they think is the good attention. They're getting the likes, they're getting the views. So it makes it look like we just over here hating, especially a woman that's, seasoned like myself. You know what I'm saying? It makes it seem like we
Yeah,
just hating. And it,
Nah.
why? How can we portray to them that
You
that's
see,
wrong if they got all the views behind it?
all right. So here's the situation. Me personally, when I'm on Instagram and I see a girl twerking, she lucky if I don't unfollow her. I don't even like it. But you got a lot of like, how can I say this? You got a lot of herbs. You got a lot of cornball dudes. They don't really get girls like that. They're not really experienced in that field. So they see a girl twerking and then they get hyped. I guess they get a little horny or something, so they can't control themselves and they like it. You got a lot of herbs out here. So what these females need to realize that a lot of those likes, a lot of those views is coming from herbs. Because the real dudes with morals, the dudes that know what a good woman is, they not liking that. You know what I'm saying? They strolling right past. They might look at it like, oh yeah, shit, her ass is fat, but she probably a thought though, exposing herself like this. Stroll, while the herb is liking it, like, oh my god, leaving heart eyes under a pic and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
herbs, it's
right.
cornballs.
Okay, so let's transfer this to in the club, in the strip club. You go to the strip club to have a good time.
Yeah.
That's what you do there. But what happens when a girl approaches you and that's what she thinks that she's supposed to do to get your attention?
So if I was in a club and a girl just started twerking in front of me, I mean that's what strippers do. So if I treat her like a stripper, she can't get mad. You can't expect me to treat you with respect if you coming to me like a stripper. Nah, strippers walk up to you and shake their money so you can throw money at them. So if you doing similar activities, I'm gonna treat you the same way.
Okay, so what type of, it's hard looking at somebody like yourself, right?
Okay.
We look at you and we can get misconceptions about you.
Okay.
I'm sure people judge you. People
Of
judge
course.
me based on my tattoos alone.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be a teacher and I had all these tattoos.
Yeah.
So, what do you get? I mean, people might think you sell drugs, right?
Of course.
And you, how do you portray the message that that's not what you are, like that you are a black man in America? It's hard. You're a black man in America who doesn't want to conform because that's not who you are. Like you
That's a
got
fact.
braids in your hair.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
but how do you carry yourself in a business setting to get the respect that you should get?
One you can't talk slang when you in the business area. You gotta talk proper English. Ain't nothing wrong with talking proper English. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're talking white." No, it's called proper English. I'm not talking white.
Right.
So that's one. And number two, one thing I did to let people know, like, yeah, I might be rough around the edges, but I'm educated. I graduated from college, and I made sure I posted that on my Instagram.
Okay.
And there was a saying like, it's crazy because the dude that come home from jail gets celebrated more than the nigga that graduated from college.
Right.
And I'm actually talking.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think it's just like the street stigma, like just like a 9 to 5. Like
Mm-hmm.
people, a lot of people in the streets. Not everybody, because you got some street people that respect it.
Right.
But then there's another portion of people in the streets that look at niggas that got 9 to 5s as cornballs. Like, oh, you got a 9 to 5, man. You corny money. I'm getting this street money.
Right.
It's like I'm corny because I don't want to have to look over my back every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm corny because I'm trying to stay out of jail and be there for
Right.
my family. How's that corny?
So how do we watched Notorious. We see how Biggie grew up, and we
Mm-hmm.
see that young boys wanted to emulate that. A lot of them that did, get money the way they had to get it. But at
Mm-hmm.
this point, how do we let our young boys know that you could still be in, you could be cool with people in the street. Like I came up in the street, but I don't follow the street code because to me the street code is what gets us in trouble and
Mm-hmm.
what's killing our culture. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So we have to change the rules the other game, to switch it to where it's not us hating ourselves and hating each other and killing each other and
Yeah.
knowing that the way for us to rise is really to teach our boys to go out there and get a job. I mean, some of our boys need to think that they could be cops. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I don't really agree. I don't really like cops. But if I seen a lot of young people in their community grow up in their community and be officers in their community, then that would make a difference. So how do we tell these boys like, all right, you could be cool and you could be educated at the same time?
Of course, one thing I'm gonna say, you said people glorify Biggie, right? Because of the way he came up. You know, no knock on him. He had to get the money the way he knew how to get it. But who signed Big? Puffy, right? Got a college degree, right? The dude who signed Biggie got a college degree. Puffy, one of the most popular niggas in the world right now, right? He went to college.
Right.
He's the one that put Biggie in the position to feed his family. But people don't see that. People only see what's thrown at him. You know what I'm saying? Biggie, he sold drugs when he be just like Biggie. All right, ain't nothing wrong with being like Biggie. Biggie's arguably my favorite rapper. But then you gotta dig deeper. Like, all right, Biggie was trying to get a deal. Who's the one that, who's the one that played the boss role and put him in position? It was a dude that went to college. You know what I mean? So people gotta pay attention to that, man. You know, people just gotta open their mind up and get out of that small box.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of people, like, they stuck in their environment and they forced to think one way. They gotta just step out that box and expand their mind. And
We're not advertising for that because they're not paying us. I forgot. It's okay.
Oh.
Just turn the label.
okay.
Yeah, the other one. Right. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because we need endorsements. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. Yeah. You know, so.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, we may not look like everybody is supposed to look, but as long as we have it up here, that's our job. I feel our responsibility to impart that,
That's
to
a
share
fact.
that. And as a black man, seeing what's going on with Eric Garner, and too many to name. And the only reason, that I'm saying Eric Garner right now is because this week was the 5th anniversary. They decided not to charge bring federal charges against the officer who put him in a chokehold. How is it driving around, as a black man? When you pass by a cop, because I'm not even a black man, and when a cop passes by me, I'm in the rearview mirror. So, what is it like? Is it really a lot of fear to live in a position?
I think people don't realize how hard it is to be a black man. You know, it's very hard to be a black man in America because, you know, racial profiling, discrimination. You know, cops is gonna mess with you off rip, especially when you a muscular dude with a beard.
Braids,
They, you know what I'm saying? They gonna mess with you
chain
off.
around your neck.
They gonna treat you like a drug dealer
A
before
heart
they even
that
find a
beats.
bag on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna treat you like a drug dealer before they find a
Right.
bag on you.
Right.
You know, but that's just how it is. I mean, we in America. You know, this country was built off that. You know what I'm saying? People, the thing, like black people, they complain a lot about cops and racism, but you gotta think. Just a couple centuries ago, we were slaves. So y'all can't us as a race, we can't expect them to just fully, you know what I'm saying, be genuine, you know? Just a couple centuries ago, they used to treat us worse than animals. So we gotta understand that transition is gonna take an X amount of time. And it's getting better, but then at the same time, you still got your X amount of white people that do racist shit.
Right.
You know, you just gotta understand that, know your history, understand what they used to do to us.
So, should we? I mean, because we know that Farrakhan got shut down off of Instagram. Because they always seem to think that he just spews hate. He's building us up to love ourselves and to be, more to walk upright.
Yeah.
To have discipline. To be leaders in our community.
Yeah.
So, what is it important for us? Because they taught about not segregation, but just to be separate. Like we don't have to fit in to the to the mainstream. We should have our own communities, our own banks, our own policing, our own government.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, or do you
Oh.
feel that it's in order for us to be able to live in this society, we have to be a part of it?
Nah, I mean, that's what they doing in Atlanta. There's a lot of black-owned businesses in Atlanta. I feel like up here, up north, is too much competition, and I feel like that's like the main problem with our race right now, especially up north, New York, tri-state area, Jersey. It's too much competition. Like too much people want to be better than the next person instead of just coming together and forming an alliance. Instead, people competing like, nah, I want to be flyer than him, and the girls, I want to be cuter than her. Like
Well,
instead of
it's
just coming
hard
together.
because there's a lot of competition because everybody wants to make it. So
Hmm.
everybody wants to make it. So it's kind of hard to, I mean, I always use this as an example of, Jeff Red put Mary J. Blige on,
Yeah,
and then you don't really hear about Jeff Red. So
yeah,
we scared. It's like crabs in a barrel.
yeah.
It's like
Crabs in
we're
a bucket.
scared that if we help somebody else, that we're not gonna be able to get to where we need to get to. You know what I mean? And it's understandable because it's hard for us as a people to get ahead.
Hmm.
But at the same time, if we don't try to find some way to unify and come together, nobody's really gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it's scary to think, I want to get ahead. I want to be successful for my family. So a lot of times we just got to worry about us and
That's a
our
fact.
family. You know what I mean?
That's
Us
a fact.
getting ahead. But when we make it and when we have the ability to give back to our community, a lot of us run to like a Kardashian type, because then we feel like we really made it and we'll never, the hardest thing I guess about making it is going back to where you were when you didn't have anything. And it's so scary for people when they do get a taste of wealth to they not going back. And that's why we end up with O.J. Simpson in a position that he, found himself in because they turn their back on black people until they get in trouble. Then they want to be black again. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But what is the fantasy? I mean, is it just a fantasy? Like my father came from the South. White women were taboo. You couldn't deal with them. So everybody
Yeah.
wants a white woman because that's something you cannot do. That's
Mm.
what that's what it's like. Your parent tells you not to do something, you want to do it because they told you not to do it.
Mm.
So when you get to that point, you know, do you feel like you owe it to your community? Do you owe it to women to be with a black woman? Because a lot of black women like myself, we feel like we can't go to another race because we owe it to our community to stay with black men.
I honestly feel like when it comes to that, it's just what you like. I'm a very down to earth person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not against opposite races dating each other. It's whatever you like. I feel like any man or any girl should date any race they want to date. I dated multiple different races,
Okay.
and it was a different experience. I think life is all about just because nobody know what they really want until they try it.
Right.
So I feel like you sh- a race. It shouldn't matter what race you want to date. It's whatever you want. But me personally, I know I'm probably gonna marry a black woman because I love my black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up. I went to HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nothing but black women, beautiful. So my mind is already set on. That's my preference. Is black women. I love black women. But as far as the other people that don't like black women, I don't feel no type of way against them. That's probably not what they like.
I mean, it's hard. It's like when other nationalities move into the United States, you're not gonna go to the lowest. The people that are oppressed and want to hang with them because they're oppressed. You coming from a foreign country, you want to be with the people that are succeeding so that you can succeed. So people already have a preconceived notion about black people when they come to this country, right? So they already
Yeah,
have,
to a certain extent. Yeah, that's
to
fact. Yeah,
some,
yeah.
so they look at us like, oh, we're not gonna be with them because they always in trouble, or they even if it's not they don't think that there's something wrong with us, but it's just that the struggle that we had, nobody wants our struggle. I mean, we don't even want our struggle. So
Yeah.
why would somebody just come and be like, I want to struggle with them? You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like if you like somebody just on general meeting them and y'all click, you could
Hmm.
work with somebody that's of another race and you might just genuinely like them. But
Yeah.
it's different when you just want to be with another race because you think they're better than your own race. Like
Yeah,
I,
that's yeah,
yeah,
that's different. I got I can see why there's mixed emotions in that. And back to the question you asked, like why are people so scared to go back to their communities and invest?
mhm,
I mean, I could see why. Prime example, Nipsey Hussle. You know,
exactly,
prime is he got killed in front of everything he worked for.
right,
That was in his community.
mhm,
And you know, a lot of people question it like, why was Nip there without his people? Why was he
right,
even in the hood? But back to it boils down to the question you asked is like he was one of those people like I don't care how dangerous my hood is. I don't care how much people look down on my hood. I'ma still be here and give back. Even though I'm successful and I got millions, I'ma
right,
still be here and give back. And he lost his life because of that. So I can see why a lot of people will be like, man, I'm not going back to the hood, or I'm going away from
right,
the. If I get some money, I'm not coming
right,
to the hood, because you just got your fair share of people that don't know how to act.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Because
just
they,
got that hate.
there's the people that have a dream, that have a goal, and the people that, the most dangerous people are the people that don't.
Yeah,
Because if you don't have a dream, you don't have a goal, you have nothing to live for, you have nothing to lose.
that's a
And
fact.
all you have is jealousy and envy within you.
Hmm.
And it's like, it's unfortunate. I can't imagine growing up without the stars in my eyes of what I wanted to do and always having
Hmm.
this burning desire. There's people that walk around and you look in their eyes and there's nothing there. Like
Yeah.
they don't have you don't even see a soul in them. It's
Mm.
like they have nothing. So
Yeah.
I mean we got to build each other up. So I asked you about just being a black man. Do you have men around you that are positive?
Of course, yeah.
Good.
I got my father. You know, he did a good job raising me. You know, he was real militant, but at the same time, he always kept it real with me. He always taught
Okay.
me right from wrong. And I got my brothers. You know, my brothers always kept it real with me. You know, yeah, we might, family fight, whatever. But at the end
Right.
of the day, we love each other more than anything, and we got each other back. So just being around my family, my brothers, my father, and also I got other brothers that's not blood related.
Right.
You know that we just became real close,
So
and they were strong dudes, and they taught me morals,
okay.
and they were also rough around the edges. See the thing, a lot of the dudes that I surround myself with, they just like me. Like, yeah, we dipped in, we played the streets a little bit, but we ain't jumped fully in because we was taught right from wrong. It was just a little desire we had, but
Right.
once we realized that that shit ain't about nothing, that you know what I'm saying, like it's like a cell or a grave. A cell or a grave. I lost so many niggas that I was cool with, that I used to play ball with because they jumped in the streets 100%.
Mhm.
And they either got killed in the streets or they doing 100 years right now. So it's
Right.
like, damn, nah, let me take another route.
Okay.
I still got love for my street niggas, but let me take another route.
Right. And
Go
I
ahead.
mean that's good for you to you don't know how many people you are inspiring by being able to stand apart from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know how many people are looking at you and saying, if he can do that, maybe I don't have to be here. You really don't know. But what is one of the best lessons that a woman taught you?
Oh yeah, my mother. That's the strongest female I know. Probably the strongest female I ever know. You know, my mom. She always kept it 100 with me. She always kept it real with me. She let me know when I was fucking up. She'd be like, Day Day, you drinking too much. Day Day, you need to slow down with the smoking. Day Day, you need to go to school. Now I mean, my mom's the reason why I actually went back to college because she seen the route I was going.
Mhm.
She seen me in the streets every day, not coming home for weeks. You know what I'm saying? Around certain type of cats. Off rip, my mom, she was the one that took me in the room, like, I know what you're doing. I can see it in your face. Stop it. Better than that. You know what I'm saying? Go to school. Do this, do that. Better than that. So it's like my mother, she just always kept it 100 with me. She always wanted the best for me. You know what I'm saying? So I owe it to her while I'm probably on the path that I'm on right now. I owe a lot of that to my mother, you know?
Okay. So what do you as a man need from a woman, a black woman? I mean, any woman, but because you said the black woman is, because your mother was there for you, the image of her. is not negative.
Oh, nah,
So
nah, nah,
what
nah,
would
nah.
you? I mean, as a woman, we always try to, unfortunately, some of us are in a better position than our men because we did go to school.
Yeah,
A lot of our friends, guy friends, they dropped out of school. We continue to go to school. We continue. We have careers now, and they
yeah.
don't. And we see a lot of them, and we try to be there for y'all, and at our own expense a lot of times because we sitting here, we doing this, we're working, we're trying to help you guys, and a lot of times it comes back and it hurts us. But what would you say that a woman should need to, what do we need to know about the best way to, because sometimes we hear that we're trying to be your mother figure when we're your girl.
But that's what a real man needs. A real man needs a woman that got the same qualities as his mother. That's what a man needs. A real man's gonna understand that. A clown is gonna want the mixy chick, the girl in the club every day, shaking her ass, wearing tight shit. Or a real man gonna want a woman that's gonna be his backbone. A woman that's gonna tell him when he's doing wrong. A woman that's gonna cook for him. A woman that's gonna be loyal. A woman that's not gonna be all out there. That's what a real man want. A real man want a woman that's gonna take care of home and have his back and pick him up. A clown nigga gonna want the bad bitch with the fatty, the big titties, mixing, and every nigga DM. Clown niggas want that. And me personally, like, when I see a chick like that, it's just one thing with me, like, yeah, I hit it. That's about it. I have fun with that. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But
ladies, listen.
you got two types of chicks. You got a fuck, and you got, oh, I wife that. Two types
Okay.
of chicks, period.
Okay.
So a
Okay.
lot of
Is
y'all,
it that simple? Yeah.
it's that it's that simple. You got two types of chicks.
Okay.
You got, oh yeah, I hit that, and you got, oh nah, I'll wife that. I'll piss in that. There's two types of joints. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these chicks, they out here on the gram doing all this whole shit
Right.
because it's bringing them attention, not understanding that's the wrong attention.
Exactly.
90% of them niggas, they just want to hit. 90% of them. Ain't no real nigga gonna want to wife that. A real nigga will wife the girl that got the job at the hospital that's grinding every day versus the mixy chick that's in the club every day. And they gonna wife the joint at the hospital because he know he's coming home to a good home. Good food, back rub, kids, you know what I'm saying? That's
Okay.
what a real man want. I mean, I feel I'm a real man, so I know that's what I want.
Do you
You know
have
what I'm
any
saying?
children
Nah,
yet?
I ain't got no kids yet.
Okay.
I'm in this industry right now, and before I have kids, I gotta meet the right one.
Yeah, that'll work. That's good.
Uh,
So thank you for coming. I know you have something that you want to share that you have in your event coming
oh
up.
yeah,
So
I got a concert August 15th at the Dubonnet Hall, Teaneck, New Jersey. I'm giving other local artists an opportunity to open up for me and showcase their talent. This is the first concert I threw under my business. I actually got my own business. It's a record label slash entertainment company called True Dawns. So I'm throwing a True Dawns concert August 15th. And I'm giving a lot of other local artists an opportunity to showcase their talent before I go on the stage. So this is going to be a big event. I'm investing a lot in it. I'm taking my time to promote it.
and
Um,
I'm doing press, 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 press.
definitely, definitely, definitely.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So
So that's August 15th.
August 15th, Queen
How
Anne Road,
is
Teaneck, New
there
Jersey.
a way to get tickets ahead of time? Is there a website or your page you want to
Yeah.
share? Any way somebody can get in touch with you?
Yeah. We got an Eventbrite. All you gotta do is go on Eventbrite.com, type in True Dawn's concert. It's gonna pop up.
And it's DONS, True Don.
TrueDonz.
Oh, okay.
True Dawn space concert. But
Okay.
if you have difficulty with that, you could just follow me on Instagram and DM me direct. My Instagram is day_Parkay. DAY_PARKAY. So you could just follow me on Instagram and DM me direct. We'll shoot you the Eventbrite link, or I personally meet up with you and give you a ticket.
All
You know,
right. All right. So
definitely.
you gonna take us out with something else?
Take it. Let me see what I got. Let me see what I got. I'm kind of. Alright, I got you. Yo, grew up with a bad temper, slap. Oh, hold on. Grew up with a bad temper, scrapping in the classroom. 2-piece from Crown Chicken, living off of fast food. 850 V12, I promise that's a fast coupe. Pulling up like Tarzan, wilding like a bad boom. I want the power, tell Kane to make a roll for me. I ain't with the nosebleed, I'm trying to get a Kobe seat. Moving just like Colin Hines, I swear I felt his ghosting me. Hope is upscale, might take a bleak to notice me. Could've signed the 09, chose to take the hooping route. Spit the same coke that made Tony pull the Rugers out. Everybody rapping now, all you niggas do is clout. Popping hella pills and shit, putting garbage music out. Entrepreneurship, give me on my cheese crispy. I ain't trying to slam dunk, what's the point of a 360? 25 bottles of Mo, make sure the team litty. I'm only breaking bread with niggas that's down to bleed with me. You know what I mean? Something like.
Okay. All right, so y'all, thank you for tuning in to E Double Talk. I know y'all wanted to see me today, but it's all about Day Parkay.
Thank you.
All
Thank you for
right?
having me. I
Yes.
appreciate you. Appreciate you
Yes.
for having me.
We'll see y'all another time on E Boogie Films. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Erica Monique Williams, or E Boogie Productions, Facebook, Erica Monique Williams, also. And everyone, y'all, reach for the stars like
That's a
Buzz
fact.
Lightyear.
That's a
Alright?
fact.